Hey, what's up people, and welcome back to another Pokemon video. And today I wanted to do something a little different. This is more related to the VGC. I wanted to go through my singles and doubles master rank team, just as kind of a review of my teams that got me into the master rank this season, which was season 6. And I believe that ends, this is coming out today on Monday, and it ends on I guess it just ends at the end of May. And then we'll get started at season 7, and hopefully I'll make some changes around, but we'll just go through what I have, and I'll talk through kind of the strategies I use, which let me know down in the comments what you do, what you think I should change, or what you think might just work better on either of these teams. So the first team I'll go through is my singles team, and of course my Breloom, which is my shiny Breloom. You can probably find the video of me catching the shiny Shroomish somewhere on here. But with this team, my go-to starter for this one that I send out first is usually the Sableye, and I actually got this used against me, and what I'll do is I'll protect with Sableye and then disable the move, because usually people will go for the same one twice, especially if they have a Scarf or Specs, any of the choice items, and then I'll lock them into the disabled move with Encore. This is pretty tricky to use for Sableye because if people catch on to it, they catch on to it quick, and I think there's some other people that use this kind of same layout, and if somebody throws you off of your rhythm with this move, or of course people, if they're paying attention, can figure out pretty quickly what you're doing. But if you use it correctly first, it can pretty much guarantee that they're going to switch into the next one. And I usually have my Breloom and Dragonite second. Breloom, of course, has Spore, Bullet Seed, and Leech Seed, and Mach Punch. Mach Punch and Bullet Punch are boosted by that Technician, which is really, really helpful. And Spore, I mean, you know what that does. It's easy to put them to sleep, and get put to sleep, they usually switch out. And then the third one I usually have, I alternate really between Dragonite and Fluttermane. Iron Bundle got me through a lot of the Great Ball section on my way to the Master Rank. And Iron Bundle is a really valid option, but a lot of people seem to have pretty good counters into that one. But Dragonite with the normal Terra type seems to be a lot of people's go-to, because when you Terrastallize it, which I usually would save it as my ace for the battle, and then hit with Extreme Speed with the Silph Scarf boosted Extreme Speed, it hits incredibly hard. And then Fluttermane has been kind of a crazy good Pokemon in doubles and singles, and I have mine with Choice Specs. And I have the Fire Terra type just to use Terra Blast into. I was using it a lot for King Gambit and Goldengo. I have this same lineup on it, or move set on it, for my doubles team, and I don't use the Terra that much unless I kind of haven't used any of my Terra, or haven't used my Terrestrialization yet. And then it has a pretty strong Terra Blast with the Choice Specs. And then Skeledirge is there if I see a very obvious weakness on their team that I can use Skeledirge for. But the Assault Vest and the boosts from Torch Song are really, really helpful. So that's my singles team. Really fun to use. Took a while to get. This was my first time getting to Master Rank on Scarlet and Violet. But I had fun with this team, and I think I'll probably make a few changes as what you're allowed to use keeps changing. And with Home coming out soon, home compatibility, I'm hoping that we can use some different Pokemon, maybe like the ones that are caught in the Unrivaled raids. Alright, so next we'll look at my doubles team, which, let me pull it up here. It's probably already on the screen for you, but I gotta find it on my screen. Here we go. So I love my doubles team. I did have Lilligant instead of Jumpluff. They both have Chlorophyll, but Jumpluff with the Sleep Powder, I ended up liking it a little bit more than the Lilligant. I always lead when I use the Sun setup with Torkoal and Jumpluff, and I'll either protect first with if there's any very glaring, super effective attacks that might be coming into Torkoal, I'll protect, and then I'll use Sleep Powder with the Wide Lens boosted. Sleep Powder, I want to say it almost hits every time, but sometimes you'll miss like 3 in a row, and that just can be really annoying. But I usually can get both of the Pokemon to sleep as long as people don't switch out. And then I have the Water Terra type. I want to say the Water Terrestrialization type, but the Water Terra type on Jumpluff to keep it from being hit with any of the Fire moves, because Fire seems to be a very popular Fire Sunny setup in doubles. But yeah, I'll usually start with Torkoal and Jumpluff. Once Jumpluff starts getting going, if I don't protect with Torkoal first, I'll hit Eruption until Torkoal gets about a little above half health, since Eruption loses power the lower your health is. But wow, Eruption can really do some damage. And then a lot of people will use like Wide Guard or something to protect against when they think Eruption is incoming, and then Flamethrower. Really, it one-shots a lot of things. Earth Power is great against other fire types, and that's pretty self-explanatory. The Charcoal boosts everything, and the Drought sets up the Sun. Jumpluff usually, sometimes I don't have to switch out from either of these two, and Encore and Synthesis are there just as things to help keep my Jumpluff in. I like to lock people into Protect with Encore. It's just all dependent on what the other team is running. Chi-Yu for the Sun. Once usually Jumpluff or Torkoal goes away, I'll throw in Chi-Yu, or maybe switch into it if something gets put to sleep or paralyzed or anything like that. And wow, Chi-Yu is strong. Heat Wave hits really hard, especially with the Choice Scarf. The only downfall is getting, of course, locked into a move with Choice Scarf. If something gets thrown out that it's not very strong against, I'm usually forced to switch. My same Flutter Mane is there from my singles team, and it is a good, it cleans up the job when it gets swept in. Switched in. When I switch in Flutter Mane, I can usually clean up things with that. Now, if a lot of people expect, because I see Torkoal, Jumpluff, Torkoal, Lilligant a lot, so a lot of people, I think, can expect what I'm going to do with this team. So that's why I kind of have a Trick Room team also set up. That's where Armorogue and Indeedee come in. I need to get a female Indeedee. I just had this one and it was shiny and I wanted to use it for fun. It worked pretty well. If I do the Trick Room team, I'll usually either start with Indeedee and Torkoal or Indeedee and Armorogue. But I can set up Trick Room pretty quick. Helping Hand also makes Eruption hit even harder. But Psychic Surge and the Expanding Force on Armorogue, if I Terrasilize my Armorogue into the Psychic Terra type, wow, that's a strong move, and it can kill most things. And that's pretty much that's the full dynamic for this team. And then I just have Chi-Yu and Flutter Mane in the back when it comes to the Trick Room team, just dependent. If Trick Room gets set up, doesn't work out, then I have the two pretty fast. Flutter Mane outspeeds most things, and so does Chi-Yu. Of course, I have all their IVs and EVs maxed. Most of them, I won't throw them all up on the screen, so we don't give away every little intricacy of my team. But with Torkoal, of course, his special attack is boosted all the way. Jumpluff has speed boosted all the way, all that good stuff. But yeah, that's I had a lot of fun getting into the Master Ball tier for both of those, and I kind of hope the next season maybe lets us use some different Pokemon. I'm wondering when they're going to let Miraidon and Koraidon be added in there, or any of the Pokemon that were caught through the Unrivaled raids, which aren't in the Paldea Pokédex. Really, I'm wondering if they'll expand beyond the Paldea Pokédex before the World Championships happen. All of this to say, if you got signed up for, it's the North America International Championship that's in Columbus, Ohio. I got signed up, and if you got signed up, you might be playing against me. I'll have this hat on. If you see this, I hope to see some people there. Don't rely too heavily on the teams that I shared, because I'm not taking either of those teams into the championship. But it'll be my first time playing at a big event like that, and I'm really excited about it. So hopefully, things will go well with that. But thank you so much for watching. Maybe I think I kind of want to do a video like this towards the end of every season, just for fun, to talk about, because I love VGC. It's so fun, and I used to be really into it back on Sun and Moon, and I kind of fell out of it. I didn't play too much on Sword and Shield, and it's fun to get up in the high ranks and figure out new teams and things like that. And I try my best not to use the teams that everyone uses, but sometimes you kind of have to. But it's fun to try and put a little twist on everything. But if you like this video, leave it a like. If you want to subscribe. Again, like I said at the beginning of the video, let me know what your team is, what changes you think I should make, anything like that goes. I just love to hear feedback on what you think. One final thing, if you're still around, I think this might be the last video I ever film in this definitely not a closet space that I have. So you'll see some changes because I'm getting a new place, and videos might slow down a little bit. It's just been a busy couple of weeks. That's why this video is coming out on a Monday instead of when it was supposed to come out on Friday. We're at 196 subs. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate every person that subscribes, and I have a lot of fun doing this, and I hope whenever we get to 200, I've got something special planned for a 200 sub special, kind of like back what I did for my 100 sub special. But anyways, I'll stop talking. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.